No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Abac over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula One. And yet here they are, first ever race looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. Some information on Albon. They're retiring from the race. Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. tyres stopping now. We want to pit this lap, so push now. This lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap. Go now. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Nice work, that brings you up a place. Gap to car in front is 3.2 seconds. Less than a second, they're on old hards. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 31.7. This is your final lap of the race. Race over, take care of the car on the way in.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. Standings have changed. Valtteri Bottas passes his rival to take over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Interesting choice today, I think. There's a few to pick from, but I think I have to give it to Danny Kvyat. He put in a rock-solid performance today, and one that he can be proud of.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes move to the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.